everyone, welcome to Josco TV again, and here is your man Josias. Thank you guys again for your support and every situation time you have taken to watch my YouTube and give me subscription and doing all the best you can. And I've seen that you're really amazing family here. Thank you very much for your support. And if you're new here, please click a subscription button and click a like, share, or comment on my videos and ask some questions if you want to know anything at all, or if you want me to put any video, please click a question and I will put a video with the answer on it. By God's grace, I know it. So today, as you know, we shall be talking about wash feet. Other people are asking, wash feet. Yes, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about wash feet. Our takeaway today is very simple, and it comes from Jesus' example. You may be asking yourself, wash feet, and other people do actually read the Bible. They have come to understand what I've said. Our takeaway today is very simple by Jesus' example. Other people have already captured the memory and have known what I'm gonna talk about. At an important dinner known as the Last Supper, Jesus broke a bunch of normal customs and rules by standing up. Long time, you are not supposed to stand when people are eating. But Jesus broke a branch of normal customs. That was like a normal custom. Standing up on the table? No. That was not actually acceptable in long time customs. Or maybe today as well. I think maybe today you're not supposed to stand when people are eating. But rules by standing up, taking off his robe. That robe. I can maybe I'm asking. Most people they ask themselves, what's the meaning of that robe what Jesus was wearing? But let me tell you today, that robe means the status as a teacher. That robe means it's a symbol of a teacher. So a robe is a symbol of his status as a teacher. And washing his disciples' feet, Jesus, the most powerful person in the room, in any room, for that matter, chooses the lowliest of tasks to show us the greatest kind of love. Jesus took the time. He humbled. He took the lowest task. That's the lowest. Go and wash someone's feet? Come on. Just like the lowest thing Jesus could do to prove to us how much he loves us. And how many feet were there? 24 feet. 24 feet. Yes. Those are 12 apostles. 12 feet times 2. Those are 24 feet. Jesus sits back down and says, and since in John 13, 14, 15, it says, and since I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you ought to wash each other's feet. I have given you an example to follow. Do as I have done to you. Seriously? We should do what God has done. I'm not telling you to go and get your friends at washing their feet. No. That's not what God was meaning. Let's see. Does this mean literally have to peel your body's feet or your body's socks off and give them a foot wash? No. Which is a go ahead and unplug your nose. It doesn't mean, however, that you are willing to humble yourself to that place in order to serve and love in others. The kind of love Jesus showed us, the kind of love Jesus was about, is a love that takes action. It's not a love who just sits, just talk, I love you. It's a kind of love Jesus wants to show us. It's a kind of love which takes action, doesn't stay seated. That love doesn't stay seated. Jesus could not only stay seated on the chair, on the table, on that supper. He has to stand and show them love by washing their feet. When there's need to be met, in an opportunity to do good, that opportunity is when we have to start doing what? Let's start showing love. Show love to others. When there's opportunity, that's the time he showed. Jesus waited for that opportunity. Jesus waited for that supper, on that last supper. That was the opportunity Jesus was waiting for to show the love, the kind of love he wants us to have. This is why Jesus stood up from the table. Often following him will require us to take a stand when it is easier to stay seated. Are you willing? Are you willing to take the same action as Jesus did? Are you willing to stand on your place and go and show love to that person who you haven't shown love to? Oh, and I'm not gonna show love to the person because nah, that's not my type. That's what people say. That's not my type. I'm bigger than that. Come on. Yeah, man, I'm greater than that. No, I'm too good at that. No. Jesus wants you to go and show love to that who is not good than you. Yes. Jesus showed love to the lowest people. Like us, human, we are the sinners, most full of sins. We are low. That's what Jesus went. He wasn't even more under than us. He became up. Jesus was down. By showing how much he loves us, Jesus went to the lowest, more than us, by washing our feet. Jesus' love is also a love that crosses limits. Jesus' love crosses a limit. It crosses a line. Imagine by taking off his robe, and take a job, which they say here, give it to rocky servants. The rocky servants, they're the ones that could take those jobs, like washing the feet, doing blah blah blah, stuff like that. Jesus is love. Cross a line. The same way love stays, but Jesus' love went and crossed a step, went and jumped off the line, and went to the lowest. That's when Jesus' love crosses lines. By taking off his robe and doing the job given to rocky servants. That's what they used to call them, rocky servants. Jesus crossed all kinds of cultural lines. Jesus crossed all the cultural lines. That's the stuff of cultures. I don't support it. No. Jesus crosses culture lines. That means it was not even culture. Not any culture you could wash someone's leg or someone's feet, I mean. But Jesus crosses a line and do what? Crosses even all cultures. Which says cultural lines. Following him often means laying aside culture, norms, and embarrassing better way, the way of love. Following Jesus is when you put off your culture. Following Jesus is when you do different than your culture. Your culture says this and this is not right. That's when you do different according to the Bible. When you follow Jesus, that is when you change of your culture. They're calling you, you are this culture, you're this culture, this culture. You come from this place, from this place. But let me tell you, Jesus crosses the line. Jesus crosses all the cultures. And say following him is when you give up, you refuse everything about culture and follow the culture of Jesus. Because when you follow the culture of Jesus, that's when you have love of others. But when you still have that culture in you, that normal culture, normal customs culture, that's when you will not love. Because you will say, that person comes from this place, that person comes from this place. No, that's not my type, that's not my culture. I'm gonna talk that person, I'm not gonna help that person. He doesn't come from my culture. But Jesus says, no. No. Full stop on culture. You have to do the way of love. And when you do the way of love is when you repick back your culture stuff. Jesus' love takes actions. That's what I'm talking about. Jesus' love. That's what we said. Jesus' love is not about sit, just may sit there. But Jesus' love takes action. Not only action, but the action which has to cross a line. Yes, come on. Jesus' love has to take action by crossing a line. Not a line, but lines. There's a word here. Jesus' love takes actions, crosses lines, and goes the extra mile. It's just to cross lines and lines and lines and lines. Go extra miles, I mean. Not only be demonstrated. By meaning extra crosses lines and goes the extra mile, that means you have to pass even culture. Your love has to be beyond your culture. Whenever your life is beyond your culture, whenever your love is beyond the culture, that means you will love even the person who's out your culture. But when your love is still delimited on your culture, you have not the love of Christ. Seriously, that's it. Jesus still washed their feet even though he was about to carry a cross. Jesus was still washing. He was still washing disciples' feet. Though he knew that he's going to carry a cross, but he still washed their feet. Jesus kept on washing his disciples' feet, though he knew he's going to die very soon. I'm telling you, don't miss this. Because it is ridiculous. I'm telling you, this is ridiculous. Jesus knew he was about to literally go through hell. That's it. Jesus knew he was about to go through hell, yet he chose to start that. He chose to start that journey by lowering himself to the place of a servant. Jesus, no matter how he knew he's gonna pass through a lot. He knew he's gonna carry a cross. He knew he's gonna pass through circumstances and denying stuff. But he wanted to start. He chose to start his journey by lowering himself, by humbling himself on our feet, by washing them. Come on, see that. Lowering himself to the place of a servant. Not us to go and wash his feet, not us to go and praise him for what he has done by healing miracles and stuff, but he was the one by lowering himself to the place of a servant. Just, can you imagine that all this stuff was on his head? I mean, in his mind. all this stuff. I'm gonna carry a cross. But what I'm gonna do first is lowering myself. Lowering himself down just to please, just to show you how much he loves you. All that was on his heart. He was on his mind, he was on his heart, and still he washes everyone's feet. That's so humbling and challenging to think about. That's actually challenging. And something to think about. How comes Jesus stepped all this time? We had all these moments, but he ended up lowering himself by washing people's feet, by washing disciples' feet. This kind of love Jesus made altogether different. This just moments of Jesus showing love, passion, made Jesus altogether different. It makes us different as well, yeah. It made Jesus altogether different, and as well, even as different. Jesus tells his followers that the world will know who he is by how we love. If we love by washing feet, if we love by crossing lines and go extra miles of love, that's when other people, they will see how great Jesus is. I should tell you this. All the Bible is summarized of love. If you actually see all the Bible, like all full Bible here, all the Bible here, it is summarized of love. Love. I said love is the greatest commandment. And if you see in John, where Jesus says that I've given you one commandment, that you should love one another. You should love one another as I have loved you. So I want you to go sit somewhere quiet. Think about this. The challenge question I wrote here. So, are you following Jesus' example? Are you following Jesus' example? Do we display his action taking, line crossing, extra miles, love? Where I want you to sit, I want you to think about questions I'm saying here. So, are you willing? Are you following Jesus' example? Do we display his action taking, line crossing, extra mile walking love? He showed us how. Who is with someone who needs to experience his love today? How are you going to serve and sacrifice for them so that they can see Jesus? This is a challenge. And please, to read it more, it is down below in the description. Check up on the challenge. And please, I want you to take a moment. Think about the love of God. Think about how God is mercy. Think about the love of God. How God took extra miles walking love, line crosses, and action taking that loving us. Thank you very much again for watching my YouTube channel. I really appreciate for everything. fantastic. I thank you very much. May the God Lord bless you and guide you and protect you through this word of today. Please go and read John 11, all of it. Then you understand more about it. And if you understand more about you read John, all of John. It all summarized about God, Jesus' love, and Jesus, why he came to earth, and why Jesus came and what he came for, like what he came to do. So all is summarized in John. If you go and read John, you'll understand more about Jesus. Next time we shall be having another topic. Please be here and watch on my YouTube channel. God bless you guys.